Hey guys, welcome to another video. Got Mystic there. She's a little upset at me right now because the sweatshirt that you'll see me wearing when I show my face on this video, she was laying on it and I needed it to do the video. And so I had to pull it from under her. And because I'll just like, here, I got a sweatshirt right here. I'll just like plop down a sweatshirt on there and then she'll lay on it. And then she claims it, right? So I had this other one that I'm currently wearing, and she's not too happy about that. And she's sitting in my spot that I do this video in as well. So we'll see how bitchy she gets when I sit beside her. She does look so cute, doesn't she? Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Hi. Hi. Okay. There she is. She's... Oh, you giving me my spot? No? Here, baby. Here, baby. Come here. Okay. What's up, girl? What's up? Hey, baby. They can't see you. They can't see you. Yeah, they see you now. Oh, my baby girl. Who you might still barely see because she camouflages right into my black sweatshirt. She's sitting all pretty. I'll show you. Look at her. Do you want me to move sweatshirt? There you go. Okay, you're good to go now? You good to go? Of course, now she's at one side of the bed, I'm at the other, so my apologies, guys. You can't see both of us together. Okay, guys, so how is everyone doing? I know it's been a couple of weeks, not too terribly long for this channel. Honestly, I think it's been more like a month for the cooking channel. But yeah, it's been a couple of weeks. The last video I did was Mystic's birthday, which was at the end of September. I'm probably gonna label this "Where Have I Been?" or something along those lines. So it's been like a week since I've been on stream. So I thought maybe I would let some of you guys know why that is. I've just been so goddamn tired, you know? As some of you guys know, I'm trying to get healthy, lose some weight, all that fun stuff. And I finally believed the story of age factors in, because man, has it been tough. In my 20s, I would like sneeze and lose 20 pounds. And then even in my 30s, I felt like, to be fair, in my 20s and my 30s, I didn't need to lose weight. So, yeah, the time I was like sneezing and losing 20 pounds, I didn't even need to, yeah, that would put me underweight. I'd have to gain weight after that. But, now I'm in my 40s, and yeah, age does factor in. I feel like I'm doing so much and not seeing the results. But I also feel like I'm not giving myself a big enough chance to see the results. And what I mean by that is, for a long time, I've been juggling streams with my workouts, and sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes it don't get done, right? The the workouts are 3 hours a day, so they are right in the timeline of my streams, more or less. I stream for definitely more than 3 hours. I think like I think my shortest streams usually average 5 hours. So so they definitely, the streams have impacted, you know, me giving my body a chance to show me that things are working. And so this past week, I've been working real hard. I'll show you the results, but I've been working really hard. So we're back. You know, I still was always doing the workouts, but I was slacking on steps. I'll show you a week where I streamed and then a week where I didn't stream, and you'll see where I'm coming from. But the biggest thing is I've been so tired. 6 o'clock is usually stream start time, and by 6, I'm yawning. I'm like, if it wasn't 6 and I didn't think I would screw up my sleep schedule so badly, I would go to sleep. You know? Like, yeah, I would easily. So I feel like I'm forcing myself to stay awake from like 6 to, I don't know, 9 or 10. I've been going to bed fairly early lately. Yeah, so yeah, I've just been very exhausted, you know, which means I'm waking up a lot earlier too. You know, because just because I'm going to bed early doesn't mean I'm getting all this sleep or anything. It just means I'm tired earlier. So that's really impacted stream time. So yeah, I'll show you some stuff. So this is my Apple Watch. I don't know if I've shown you guys this watch, but I got Minnie. Yeah, she's so cute. My friend Mark and I, we share each other's info. So if you see Mark there, that's my friend. I used to have another watch that you guys would see me wear, and yeah, that was my Google watch. But my friend, he upgraded his watch, so he offered me this one, and honestly, it's the only way we can share data. I tried doing this with my Samsung watch, but I guess, you know, Apple and Apple and Android are competitors, right? So obviously the stuff wouldn't work. So I now wear the Apple Watch so that we can kind of share our stuff. And yeah, so here is, we'll just go to my stuff here. Okay. So this is today's. Basically, your goal is to like close these rings out, right? And and I had a couple of days this week where I did fully do that. That was Tuesday and then Wednesday. Here, I'll just show you in a row. So this is all this week. So Monday, I burnt 649 calories, exercised for 54 minutes. The standing, I personally don't like the standing goal at all, but my friend Mark had that as a goal for him, and I felt it only was really fair if we were sharing the same goals. That way, someone wasn't like filling a ring due to them having a lesser goal. But the reality is, I have a sit at the desk job. He has a, you know, standing job, so he always easily does this. Like, yeah, he naturally can stand for the 12 hours. The thing is, it's weird how that stand is, because it's not actually 12 hours of standing. It's just the watch sees that you sat for a while, So you just get up, right? You get up, it sees you as standing 1/12 hours, and then it's just a timer to get you moving every couple of hours, more or less. Yeah. So, so yeah, like I was not standing for 9 hours that day. And it's always like that. It's weird how they word it because it isn't 12 hours of standing. Yeah, it just means you stood 12 times. Like you got up and moved around 12 times. Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, there's that. And that's why I don't really understand the standing. It's like, yeah, yes, it's good to get up every so often, but like, do we really need it as a goal? I don't know. But I keep it just so that we're on the same goals, you know. So the goal every day is burn 700 calories, exercise 30 minutes, and then the stand 12 hours. Let's just say 12 times we stand up. And yeah. Now you can't just like stand up and like knock out all 12. The watch does have some sort of tracker, and you do have to stand for a certain time frame, and I don't know what that time frame is. Yeah, I don't know how to really. I just I just do what I can with the stand. Yeah. And then steps. So my personal goal, because as you can see, steps isn't really a goal, but my personal goal is 10,000 steps a day, and then my 30-minute workout that I usually do. I've never really had a calorie goal. I just 10,000 steps for me at my weight, my height, and the pace that I go at when I walk burns 500 calories. So I just know that I've burnt 500 there, and then the remaining comes from my cardio workout that I usually do. So yeah, that was Monday. 6 flights climbed. That's that's at the house. Yeah, yeah. I walked down one flight of stairs to get to the kitchen, and then one flight back to the bedroom. So that's like 3 trips downstairs, which is normal. I don't really go to the kitchen too many times. It's always for like there's dinner and then like a couple of drink refills. Yeah. So then Tuesday, I closed, and this was the first day I closed out all the rings. So I did 750 calories, 92 minutes of exercise, 12/12 for standing, and then 11,000 for steps. And then I track my workouts. I've found that the steps, I don't necessarily track the steps as a workout, but if I'm intentionally going on like the treadmill, or I intentionally go outside and I'm like doing a brisk walk, then I'll track it. Like if it's not a normal speed walk, I track it. So and if it's for at least 20 minutes, I would say, like I'm not gonna track like me going to the store or anything. But yeah, so that's what well, this one's outdoor because I was trying my best to do outdoor walks this week, and I did pretty good. I don't think I went on a legit walk on Monday. Yeah, indoor cycle, so that's the bike, and that wasn't for very long. I was just kind of testing. But I did weights that day. And then Tuesdays when I started doing the walk outside, so I did all my steps outside. And then Wednesday I closed out all the rings. I usually close out the rings on Wednesdays because it's my out of the whole week, it's my most accidental steps because of work. And yeah, that's the day that I do more physical throughout the week, just naturally from work. So, so yeah, 817 calorie. Whoops, accidentally swapped. 817 calories there, 93 minutes for exercise, and 12 hours for steps. Almost 12,000 steps, 15 flights climbed. And yeah, so this outdoor walk couple there, and then mixed cardio is my workout. My workouts I do every day except for Saturday. Saturday's like my rest day. So yeah, and then Thursday I did 483 calories, so didn't quite close out that ring. I hate this ring kinda because it doesn't really count your steps, right? That's why when it's like a brisk walk or something, I create the workout because it doesn't really track it calorie wise. Exercise 30 minutes, and then I did 10 out of 12 hours for the standing, 8,900 steps, so I didn't quite get my 10K. And then there's the outdoor walk and the core training. And then Friday wasn't supposed to be as lackluster as it was. Move, we have 254 calories, which, maybe that makes sense. Our steps are pretty low. And then 36 minutes for exercise. I stood 6 out of 12 hours. And then 2,300 steps is like so bad. Yeah. But yeah, that's basically no intentional walking, just walking around. And actually, I did go to the store, so that's some of that walk. The thing is, if I don't try, it's like 1,000 or less, sometimes 700. Yeah, that's what we're going from. We're going from being a 1,000 steps a day to a 10,000 steps a day. That's why I'm probably so exhausted. Plus I'm adding the 30-minute workouts every day. And yeah, so that was Friday. Saturday's a skip day, but I try to not create it as an entire skip day. So I did 253 calories. I did 23 minutes of my 30 minutes for exercise. And I'm not sure even where that came from because I didn't do a workout. Oh, maybe from the outdoor walk. Yeah. And then I didn't want it to be completely lackluster on steps. So I intentionally went out for dinner. I went to this place called the Italian Shop. It was actually really good. I'm hooked. I'll throw a picture up. But it's this it's like a grocery store, and then there's a little cafe to the side of it. And so my friend Mark, he's been kind of telling me that he loves the sandwiches there for a long time. He's older than I am and went to school with, I guess one of the people he went to school with was like the son of the owner of the place. So he's been like suggesting it to me for a while. So I made this the excuse to finally do that. And yeah, so I went and I went to the cafe, had a beer, bought a sandwich, sat down, had my meal, and then I walked back home. So yeah. So so yeah, that was all outdoor walks. And then well, Sunday's today. And it was cold today. Like here, my watch, the temperature is this right at the side. It says 1. Yeah, that's 1 Celsius. Yeah, so it was pretty cold. Yeah, that's like the beginning of winter starting type weather. I'd be surprised if it stayed 1. for the next week. But who knows? Who knows? But if it stays like that for very long, we can expect snow to be dropping. Yeah, because that's pretty cold. So I didn't really want to do my walk outside, so I did it all on the treadmill today. Uh, so um, so yeah, and the treadmill isn't bad. I literally bought the treadmill to do my walks, but winter's right around the corner. I'm gonna be stuck to the treadmill soon. So lately I've been just trying to get out to do my walks while I can before there's ice on the ground, you know? So yeah. But anyway, so 642 calories for today. Probably here. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably when he gave me. Yeah, Saturday sounds right. Yeah. Whoops. So, let's just you can see this week here. So the 22nd to the 28th, that's a stream week. So I didn't even close out. I got close on the 22nd. The 22nd, we accomplished calories, exercise, 10,000, but the rest, if we go there, the rest was like half of, like, yeah, even the exercise wasn't getting complete. Yeah, and that's because of stream. Hey guys, I had to swap phones because my other phone ran out of space. Um, there's probably some cooking videos and stuff on it, so I'll have to go through it. But hopefully you saw enough. I'll see what all you got. Okay, so I looked over the footage. It's okay. I guess I caught it just as it ended, so we're okay. All the footage did show up on there. So we got cut off like at the last couple of minutes or whatever. But basically the verdict was that due to the fact that my workouts are an additional few hours required throughout the day after I've done all my daily stuff, that cuts into stream. And I'm at an age where I have to start taking care of myself, right? Yeah. So I have to put myself, I have to prioritize myself over our content, and that's really only a factor if you watch streams. It's barely noticeable if you watch videos, right? Because you're still getting videos regularly. It is only a factor if you're a stream viewer, because then you're used to, me showing up for more or less a work shift, because I usually would stream 5 to 9 hours, right? And that's where the problem comes in, is that's that's a lot of hours to not be working on the things I should be working on, right? And yeah, so that is why you haven't seen a stream this past week. So streams aren't over or anything. It's just I've been kind of liking not streaming this week. It's allowed me to do everything I need to do. Yeah, because normally I'd get everything done before stream, except for the exercise. And the exercise is very important to me right now, because I'm a woman in my 40s, and it's like, I'm just gonna say women have a tougher time. We already have our menstrual thing that goes on that can affect the way you lose weight. And then on top of that, I'm in my mid 40s, not just 40s, but mid 40s, you know. So I have a couple of things going against me right now. So I do think that it's time that I actually do focus that, not just say that we're exercising. And don't get me wrong, I have been exercising, but I've also been forcing streams into the schedule. Sometimes that means a lot of the time, like I can get my 30-minute workout in, but the 10K steps takes a couple of hours to accomplish. And, you know, I basically have a desk job nowadays. So it's not like I'm accidentally getting them done at work or anything. So it's that's why exercise is 3 hours, because nothing's naturally getting done through a work shift. You know, back in my 20s and 30s, I think the biggest reason I stayed in shape was because I worked warehouse all the time, you know? So I was always, you know, loading trailers, unloading trailers, you know, like, yes, I drove the forklift, but you don't lose weight driving a forklift, you know? The weight maintain was because I was loading trailers, unloading trailers, carrying boxes, you know, walking around all the time. Like, that's why I've probably stayed fit, because let's be real, I'm an Italian that loves pasta. You know, a person like me is very fortunate to have consumed all the pasta I have over the years and stayed fit for that long. So you know damn straight it was me doing a physical job that was accomplishing that, you know? So yeah. So I just thought I'd let you guys know about that, you know, I haven't quit streaming, and yeah, I'm just really enjoying not streaming, you know? I know it's weird to say it that way because it does seem like a quit, but, you know, we'll have a stream happen again. I felt good this past week, you know? I've gotten my exercise in, my walks have gotten in, you know, and I've been going to sleep at a decent time. I've been eating good, you know, like you know, things are just going as they should this week, you know, and the biggest reason for that is because I dropped streams this week. So yeah, here, I'll show you Mystic. Something's going on with her. Okay, there's Mystic. I had to legit stop the recording to turn it. It's the one thing with this phone that's kind of weird. That's why I still like to do most of my videos from the Android, because for some reason with the iPhone, I have to stop it to flip the camera, you know, and I never had to do it that way with the Android, but I thought I would put it to Mystic because I think she hears something. So she might end up making her way to the door here soon. But she's been this whole time, she's just been chilling here. What a little cutie, right? Just chilling with mom. Okay, guys, so I guess that's the end. That's all I really got to say. So that's why I've been kind of MIA this past week. My plan is, I don't know what the plan is really, you know, because, okay, I'll tell you what the plan is in my head. It's just, I know people expect stream from me, you know, but in my head, if no one expected a stream from me, we would continue the way I have, you know. I've been enjoying, you know, just getting everything done, you know, and you know, I hate being the person who struggles to go to sleep. And yeah, I've really liked that I've been tired early enough to not have sleep issues, because sleep issues more or less happen to people who go to bed too late, like that's, yeah. So it's been nice to be tired at like 9, that way, even if a sleep issue did occur, chances are I'm still asleep in time, for it to not affect my day the following day too much. And yeah, so unfortunately, because of that, that's why stream hasn't happened, because I'm always too tired to go live, because stream's a process too. I gotta get ready. I have to be, I have to be mentally ready to stream. Like stream isn't as easy as some people might think it is. You do need to be mentally ready. You're basically doing a job, more or less, especially when you have a community. Like if you don't have a community and you're just starting out, then you're just going live, and yeah. But once you have a community, you're expected to entertain, you're expected to be there. There's a expectation of how long you're live, and yeah, and I've definitely built that over the 10 years I've been streaming, right? So and I love streaming, so really the only reason no streams have happened this week is because I need to work on myself, like I need to do things before before something arises from it, like prevent diabetes, like like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, we're just preventing health issues, okay? So yeah. So hopefully you guys are okay with that. The good part is that allows me time to do videos. So videos won't go anywhere. We'll still have the videos here, the cooking videos, Honestly, the only reason that it's been a couple of weeks here and probably like a month on the cooking channel is because of streams. Streams, I love streaming, don't get me wrong, but it is the reason for everything because of the time frame it takes to stream. If anything doesn't get done, streams is the reason, because I'm live for 5 to 9 hours streaming. I think the earliest stream I ever had was like 4 hours, except for one time when I ended after 2 hours because I was so tired and chat was quiet and I'm like, fuck this, I'm out. Yeah, but on average, like the earliest would be 4 hours, but it's usually between 5 to 9 hours. So yeah, it's like I love stream, I love being there, I love hanging out with you guys, but the reality is that it is the reason things don't get done. And it's been nice just kind of chilling. I've actually been gaming in spurts, and I love that. I like the idea of gaming in spurts. I don't know if you guys do that, or, I feel like a non-streamer would probably normally game in spurts, right? And what I mean by that is like I'll log into WoW and I'll do a raid and then I'll log out. And then I'll go do something like, I don't know, make dinner or whatever. And then I come back and I log back in and I do dailies for like an hour and then I log out, And I have spent the last 10 years streaming for long periods of time that I don't game in spurts, right? I do one long big gaming session, and so I've really enjoyed that. And yeah, I've been having a lot of fun just kind of like logging in and then logging out and then logging in and logging out. Like, yeah, I don't know, it might seem so normal to you guys, but you know, I'm just so adapted to the way I've been conducting my content for literally a decade. that yeah, and I've always been like, I'm an extreme, you know, like there's, you know, nothing I do is kind of half-ass. I go all in on a lot of things. So yeah. And I think that's why we got kind of take a step back to go all in on my fitness, because it is the one thing that, you know, that we need to go all in on. Yeah. Yeah. And the reality is the fact that I've went all in on streams for like 10 years is the reason we have to go all in on the fitness, because it's what put us sitting in a chair for so many hours per day that, you know, like if you take a look at me 10 years ago when I first started streaming and then now, you can see what I mean. Like I was skinnier then. Sitting, streaming, and gaming for that long is what put these pounds on, you know? Like some of it, yeah, I like macaroni, you know, I like fettuccine. Some of it might be that, but I only eat once a day, and I've only eaten once a day for 30 years. So like this is my normal eating pattern, you know? So, so it's never been, you know, could it be the type of food? Yes. But is it the quantity of food? Hell fucking no. There's no way. There's no way it is. Anyway, I guess that's it. You know, I don't want to drag out this video too long, and I want to post it today because, you know, I don't want people thinking that we're skipping on a video. But yeah, you know, that is where I've been. I've got some plans if you guys are part of my WoW channel / gaming channel. I've got some plans in the meantime of our lack of streams. So once again, I haven't quit streaming. I just don't know when I'm coming back. You know, like I just don't know. I'm trying some stuff out, okay? And I feel like it's better that we step away for a little bit so that I can do what I need to do and you have me for longer, you know? Yeah, so in the end it'll all work out. But at the moment, I'm just gonna do the videos as I usually do. We'll have a weekly vlog, weekly cooking video. Not sure how my gaming videos are gonna happen, but there is one particular weekly video I have planned to do. Now, you remember I had that WoW Weekly with Myst? My plan is to change it up. I'm gonna talk about that in tomorrow's video when I post it on the gaming channel. Or actually, I'll probably do it on Tuesday, because what I thought is usually it's a news video. I've decided that it's the news videos I hate editing, you know, but I like doing the WoW Weekly, but more about me and WoW rather than just the news. The news can be separate little videos. Yeah, they deserve to be separate little videos. Like, it's some of the best news gets unnoticed when it's in one big video of like 20 different topics, you know? So my plan is I want to move WoW Weekly with Myst to Tuesday. The reason is because it's going to become the vault video. You know, it's going to be the video that I do every week. We'll start by going to the vault, see what I get, see if it's an upgrade or not, and then I'll talk about what I did that past week. you know, maybe what my goals are this week. You know, a lot of, if you've watched the Wow Weekly with Myst series, I did it for like 6 years, so it's, there's lots of videos over there. That's how that one went, but it was after I covered all the news. Then there'd be a little section of what I did this past week. So I'd like to make that the entire video, because I do miss doing that video. I just don't want to cover news every week, you know? That's really what it is. So that's my plan for that. And then we'll probably have some other videos come up along the way, you know, Hollow's End's coming up, and, you know, some other stuff. So that's my plan. My plan is the videos will keep going while I work on my stuff. And if I can, I'll try to sneak a stream in on Saturdays. Saturday is my rest day, so it might be the better day that we can sneak a stream in. And then yeah, I don't know how people are gonna like a weekly stream, but that's kind of the best I can think of right now, to where I'm accomplishing everything I need to accomplish every day, and you guys still get what you want. So yeah, we'll see how people like that. Yeah, it's always tough, especially when you've been streaming for 10 years. It's tough to change things around. But you know, I have faith that you guys will understand why. So yeah. And then, you know what? At the end of the year, we'll see how well we did, right? It's the end of the year is pretty damn close, you know, that only really gives me a couple of months, but it'll be a good tester to see what we've accomplished in a couple of months of more or less no streams, because there may be a weekly stream, but there may also be a Saturday where I can't stream, right? So yeah, it's just, I'm not committing to the Saturday. I'm just saying if a stream were to happen, it would probably be on a Saturday. But yeah. So yeah, that's basically that. This video is getting pretty long. I gotta go edit it. So I think I'm gonna go do that. I also gotta go make some meal prep. And there's my baby girl. Hey, Mystic. 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 She's ignoring me. Hey, girl. Hey, baby. What's up? You don't say. You don't say. What a cutie. I'm surprised she, because she heard something earlier outside the door, so I'm surprised she, you know, didn't want to go check it out. But cool. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I am gonna go now, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed Mystic's cameo appearance. And yeah, we'll catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.